music being played at this moment, but people taking their seats on the stage is a good sign of things to come. Of course, you're talking about that inauguration speech. It felt more like a State of the Union. And from the start, Trump's speech tracked his campaign rally approach. Big promises of national success due to his leadership, with plenty of sweeping indictments of the status quo. He said in that, "The golden age of America begins right now." He added several more promises, saying, quote, "the start of a thrilling new era, a nation, quote, greater, stronger, and far more exceptional than ever before." Those were some of the remarks, saying, quote, "our sovereignty will be reclaimed, our safety will be restored, the scales of justice will be rebalanced. Our top priority will be to create a nation that is proud, prosperous, and free." 2025 Presidential Inaugural Parade.
My name is Dan Taylor, and I'm very honored to be requested by our president to be your parade announcer. And it's great to be here with you. I have to say it is a bit of a different format for a parade, but of course our president wanted to keep us safe, wanted to keep us warm. And I can tell you something, the talent that's going to be coming through these doors into this arena, it is going to get hot in here tonight. So thank you for joining us as we celebrate this historic occasion. On behalf of the Trump-Vance Presidential Inaugural Committee, the ceremony is about to begin. We're going to get things underway, so if you're with family and friends, been talking in the halls or whatever, get down to your seats, grab a snack. We're going to get the show on the road.
Just listening in there, the show will soon begin. The curtains will unveil President Trump one more time. You can see Jared Kushner there, your son-in-law, for the president arriving in his seat. We did see the grandchildren of Trump as well on the stage behind him. And we also do have several other shots inside of this arena. As you can see, the band was playing. People are encouraged to find their seats as the ceremony about to begin here in a matter of moments. You can see the lighting being prepared, plenty of people aware and ready for what's to come. Photographers getting their camera phones out, different people having this on social media, posting that they were there the day that President Trump was sworn in for a second time. So, of course, we're also monitoring just this shot. You can see different people arriving there. His daughter, Ivanka Trump, signing some autographs. Laura Trump there, as well as his two sons, Don Jr. and Eric as well, Barron, his son as well. So all arriving for this event. So it is just a matter of moments before they begin this parade. Some remarks and also a major flurry, major wave of executive actions on day one. Let's just listen into this moment here. A historic day on Live Now from Fox. Continue to watch and wait as the children there for President Trump have arrived. So it's only a matter of moments before Donald J. Trump takes the stage during this inauguration day at Capitol One Arena. And like we heard so many times, a little bit different of a format. Michael Watley, the RNC chairman, at attendance for this alongside Florida Representative Byron Donalds. We also heard from both of these individuals just earlier on today. Plenty of different events that we've been keeping track of, but a lot of pomp, a lot of circumstance, despite the kind of different nature of it due to the cold weather outside. So all of it being taking place indoors to make sure people are safe, both the candidates, both Trump and some of his family, but also the supporters of Donald Trump, making sure they aren't standing outside in the see people arriving for this, cheering on and talking about some of the children of Donald Trump. So you can hear some music beginning. So let's just listen in here on Live Now from Fox. The band continues to go in and out a little bit, and you can only imagine what they're reacting to as they put different figures on that jumbotron at the heart of this arena. As you can see, giving thumbs up there, John Jr. We did see Barron Trump give everyone a wave as well, chants for his name. You can see the jumbotron there on your screen as it pans down, and people react in real time the way they do at almost a sporting event. So we're still waiting here, President-elect, or I should say now, on Inauguration Day. I need to get out of that habit. It's President Donald Trump for a second term in the White House. Inauguration Day in full swing, and his administration hard at work already. We talked about the executive actions being put in place, and I want to read off a list of them to you because they are very extensive. As he will declare a national emergency at the southern border, will end the catch and release for migrants, will reinstate the Remain in Mexico policy, will resume border wall construction, it will designate the cartels as global terrorists, suspending refugee resettlement for 4 months, ending birthright citizenship, will direct the military to prioritize borders, will also enhance border vetting and screening. Go on to say during the speech earlier today that Trump will define gender as 2 sexes, will also end the federal DEI programs, will declare a national energy emergency, talking about ending leasing to wind farms and withdraw from the Paris Climate Accord, also order the renaming of the Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America, rename Mount Denali to Mount McKinley, and also decide order reinstating expelled service members dating back to COVID vaccine mandate with full back pay. So those are just a few of the sweeping executive actions, executive orders that he will likely sign on this, and we'll have to really untangle all of those over the next weeks, over the next 4 years, as we follow this Trump presidency for a second straight time. Let's just continue the lesson in here to this as the parade will begin, the march will begin, plenty to get to still here on Inauguration Day.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 50th Vice President of the United States of America, Vice President J.D. Vance, accompanied by the Second Lady, Mrs. Usha Vance.
How's that? So much harder to do.
Chance of J.D. Vance as he walks down that aisle, the red carpet to the stage.
You can't hear
with
anybody.
J.D. and his wife Usha as the vice president. Also, they're taking the oath earlier on today. We heard some of his comments saying he really didn't know what Trump was going to say to start this inaugural address, but starts it in a flurry, a fast pace,
Also, we're busy tonight.
breakneck speed to start this second term as president. You see there the curtain
Close
in
the door.
place.
That's
As
not
soon as
anti-
we'll see President Trump walking through that down to the crowd for the first time alongside his wife. Let's listen in. just saw there President Trump on this historic day walking down to the stage, as we'll soon sign a wave of executive orders, shaking the hands of supporters, talking to some of them on their way down on this red carpet entrance to the stage. Really the first time that the general public, some of the supporters, have seen him, as this inauguration, due to the frigid temperatures, was held indoors inside of that Capitol rotunda. Lawmakers, tech titans, different VIPs in attendance, but no real supporters. So this is the first time they are getting a glimpse at him since being sworn into office. Let's continue to listen back in here from Capitol One Arena in our nation's capital. Just listening in as they honor that individual that lost their lives during the first assassination attempt of President Trump back in Butler, Pennsylvania during a campaign rally. So a really incredible way to honor him at this inauguration, this inaugural parade there. So many different people. You can see Butler County emblazoned across all of these signs walking in. For comparator, they're honored at this event just hours after Trump was sworn in. Let's continue to listen in.
Selfless community service and sacrifice of Corey Comparatori. Mr. Comparatori, a 10-year U.S. Army Reserve veteran and past fire chief to the Buffalo Township Volunteer Fire Company, who died during the assassination attempt on the life of President Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania, July 13th, 2024. Their formation consists of Pennsylvania State Police, local police, county sheriffs, emergency services unit, EMS, 911 radio dispatch, and hospital personnel, who all heroically stepped into action during the horrific attack. They are also paying tribute to the courageous service of first responders nationwide. Ladies and gentlemen, at this very special event, let us now take a moment of silence in honor of Corey Comparatori. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. out due to its unique connection to the president himself. President Trump is a 1964 graduate and has been enshrined as one of our alumni of distinction. This historic academy has been named the Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps, that's JROTC, and are marching with their cadet dress uniforms. Look at these, all modeled after post-World War I General Blackjack Pershing's gray uniform. Representing the town of Palm Beach, Florida. This group consists of police officers and firefighters from the town of Palm Beach, home to some of the most prestigious people in the world, including President Donald J. Trump. Various ranks and assignments. Listen to those bagpipes. Let's hear it for 'em, folks. sporting events, as well as competitions. They have also always qualified for the Ohio Music Educators Association state finals for 23 years straight. How about that? And earned the highest rating in 18 of those appearances. Woo! And today they performed America's Sweet Land of Liberty. Stewart's Creek High School Marching Band. Traveling all the way from Smyrna, Tennessee, they are proud to represent the volunteer state in the 2025 Presidential Inaugural Parade. As the beat of the drums continues, established in 2013, that band has rapidly become one of Tennessee's premier high school music programs. This band has participated in numerous civic events that honor significant moments in our nation's history, like the 75th anniversary of the attack on Pearl Harbor, Captain Jeff Cuss, United States Marine Corps Memorial Dedication, Chicago Thanksgiving Day Parade, and a Lincoln Memorial performance as well. The Stewart's Creek High School Marching Band, everybody! Big and Phil, welcome here in D.C. 300 from the Mississippi Valley State University Band. You know, since its founding, the band has consistently played a significant role with their university across the United States. They have performed for athletic events, Mardi Gras parades, Rose Bowl parades, and many, many more. The Mississippi Valley State University Band takes great pride in presenting culturally diverse presentations for students, faculty, and the surrounding Mississippi communities. Take a look at that brass out there. Woo! That's just part of the big green marching machine. The big green marching machine from Inauguration, Mississippi, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our new special envoy to the Middle East, Steve Witkoff.
Good evening, everybody. I was appointed by President Trump to be the special envoy for peace in the Middle East. And I'd like to describe to you some of the things we're doing and how it informs on President Trump's policies. First of all, it is an honor to stand before you today as I reflect on the enormity of the role that President Trump has tasked me with. I am constantly reminded of the privilege it is to serve under the leadership of my boss, President Donald J. Trump. His presidency has provided a clear, bold vision for the Middle East, and it is this vision that guides every step I take in the mission. President Trump's leadership has redefined what is possible in the pursuit of progress and stability in the Middle East. His decisive, pragmatic approach ensures that even the most entrenched conflicts are met with fresh perspectives and innovative strategies. His policies have already delivered remarkable successes, such as yesterday's release of hostages in Gaza. Thank you. This achievement demonstrates the strength of President Trump's leadership and the respect he commands on the global stage. It is yet another example of his ability to deliver results in the most complex and challenging situations. The Abraham Accords, a testament to his vision and determination, have also brought historic progress to the region, transforming old rivalries into new alliances. These agreements are not merely symbolic. They represent a practical roadmap for peace, economic cooperation, and mutual respect across nations. My role, as President Trump has tasked me, is straightforward yet profoundly challenging: to turn his vision into actionable outcomes. He sets the agenda, he lays the framework, and he inspires people like me into bold action. My responsibility is to implement his vision, engaging with leaders across the region to find pathways towards sustainable peace and stability. And let me tell you, having Donald Trump as a boss makes this task not only possible, but far more effective. President Trump's reputation as a leader who delivers results resonates far beyond Washington. Leaders in the Middle East know he means what he says. His ability to cut through bureaucratic gridlock and focus on tangible results is the game changer. It allows me to approach delicate negotiations with the confidence that the full weight of the United States is behind me. The principles President Trump has laid out for our approach to the Middle East and foreign policy in general are fourfold, and they are clear. 1, respect for sovereignty. Every nation deserves the right to determine its own destiny, free from the interference of external powers. 2, economic prosperity as a bridge to stability. Through economic partnerships and investment, we can build a foundation for cooperation that transcends historical grievances. 3, courageous diplomacy. Real progress requires difficult conversations and bold decisions, and it is through these that trust is built and maintained. And finally, 4, reciprocity and accountability. The United States requires reciprocal actions from our partners. We are done carrying the financial burden for nations that are unwilling We are done carrying the financial burden for nations that are unwilling to fund their own progress. The days of blank checks are over. Partnerships under President Trump's leadership must be equitable, and contributions must reflect shared commitments to our goals. In my work, I've seen firsthand how these principles resonate. They provide a foundation that transcends politics and speaks to the shared humanity of all people in a region. Leaders across the Middle East recognize that this Trump administration is serious about results, not symbolic gestures, but real, meaningful progress that improves lives. Thank you. It's not always easy. There are moments of deep challenge and frustration. Decades of mistrust cannot be undone overnight. Yet I take comfort in knowing that I am not in this alone. President Trump's clarity of vision ensures that I never have to question what success looks like. His leadership provides the confidence and direction necessary to navigate these complexities. As we move forward, my commitment is to continue the work of advancing President Trump's vision for the Middle East. Whether through expanding the Abraham Peace Accords, fostering economic development, or facilitating dialogue between long-standing adversaries, my focus remains on actionable results. Let me close by saying this. A stable and prosperous Middle East is not an unattainable dream. It is a goal within our reach, made possible by strong leadership and unwavering commitment. Under President Trump's guidance, we have proven that the impossible can become reality. Thank you, but I have one more thing to say. We have some special people for me to introduce you to tonight. President Trump has been talking to them as well. They are the families of hostages from Israel who have been in Gaza for the last year and a half. There are many of them here today. Several of the families have lost children and loved ones, and they're here because they're part of an effort to retrieve their bodies so they can be buried in a proper way. Several have children who are still in captivity. There is an American family here whose loved one is scheduled to come out in 14 days, and they're going to be meeting the president tonight. So let's give them all some love and a big hand. Come on up. And now, I get to introduce my dear friend and the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.